Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Omar. I hope everyone is doing well. And I want to talk to you today about the importance of burning more than what you are eating. And more than ever, I see it. I see a lot of people make the mistake constantly thinking that because you work out very hard, because you have a strong, intense gym session, that automatically that means that you're gonna lose weight. And the truth is, you may lose a little bit of weight probably at the beginning when you start, but once you start to aim toward making a cut and actually getting yourself to your weight goal, you have to really make sure that you're burning more than what you're eating. And I see people, I mean, when you go to the gym, a lot of people, they're not even in good shape. A lot of people are, obese, they're out of shape. And you can tell that they're not doing what they have to do. So it takes time. It's not gonna happen right away. It's one of those things that you just have to be consistent. You have to be strong mentally and understand that you cannot work out a bad nutrition. You cannot do it. I tried it for years and it didn't work. I'm gonna tell you a little story, and I'm gonna rewind the clock back to 2018, and I was getting ready to go to a wedding, and I had been eating the way that I did at that time. I had some habits that were not very good, and that was probably about 206, maybe 208. And my goal was that for this wedding, I was gonna get fit. I was gonna go under 200 pounds. And there was only a few days left for the flight, as I recall. And I remember going to the gym. I got on the elliptical. I was on it for about 2 hours. I burned so many calories. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but I remember I was drenched in sweat. I had to clean the floor because there was a puddle of sweat on the floor. I mean, it was nuts what I did. And I wouldn't recommend anybody to do that because that's how you wear yourself out and that's how you get yourself injured. You don't want to do that. You should not be doing cardio like that. 2-3 hour cardio. If you're doing hours of cardio, burning all these calories, you're doing something wrong. It's obvious that you're eating too much. Your calorie intake is probably really high, and you have to make a change because you'll be worn out, you'll be tired, and of course you can even get injured. Being on an elliptical on a machine like that for hours. And I remember that when I got to the destination of where the wedding was, we had to catch a flight. When I got there, I remember my hips feeling as if they were moving. And that was a side effect because of my craziness in doing a 2-hour cardio session, trying to get under 200 pounds. And I think I got just a tad under it. I think I was like 199 or exactly 200. But the way that I did it, it was not healthy. I was not eating as lean as I'm eating now. I'm focused more on having a smaller intake with my calories and all that. And even though I still have a day where I tend to have some sweets, I do it within a calorie range. I call it my calorie budget. That's what I call it. And that's how I've been able to get leaner and cut down the weight. At one point, I was maintaining the weight, but I figured, okay, if I'm gonna cut down and I wanna get more lean, then of course, you gotta keep weight training. You gotta keep lifting weights. You have to keep working out because you don't want that skinny fat look. But I learned my lesson. And my advice is do not go crazy doing cardio. You have to focus on weight training. And you just can't outwork a bad diet. You can't do that. It's not gonna work. It will backfire on you. So you gotta be able to do this the right way, and you gotta have self-control. You have to have self-control with your nutrition, with the foods. You know, we lack a lot self-control when it comes to food, and we let food control us. And it shouldn't be that way. It should be the other way around. We gotta take control of that area in our lives. So yeah, you know, just do it. Get out there, you know, keep showing up to the gym, keep doing your workout, be intentional with it. But understand that in order for you to lose weight, you're going to have to do that. You're going to have what they call, I'm sure you've heard of it, what they call a calorie or a caloric deficit. You're going to have to do that. It sounds harsh, but the truth is, it's just you're burning more than you're eating. That's all. You don't have to starve yourself. You're gonna feel more hungry because you're not used to eating that way. You know, I wasn't used to it. Now I'm more adjusted to it, and I even like the way I feel now. So at the beginning, of course, you're gonna feel very hungry, you know, but you gotta fight through that, and you gotta build that discipline. So my people, keep working out, don't give up. Keep fighting, you know, for your goals, your dreams, what you're trying to achieve. Keep fighting. Stay focused. And remember, you cannot outwork a bad nutrition. Take care and have a very, very blessed day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.